Oh, hi there. I'm Molly Grover,
And I'm Kevin Lynch.
and welcome to
I Love Dubuque. Our first segment on I Love Dubuque today is going to be filmed right here in Yonkers Department Store in Kennedy Mall. And we're going to be visiting with the manager of Yonkers, Mr. Eric Dregney, who's a great guy, and he's going to be showing us about all of the options that we've got for Christmas shopping here in the Dubuque area.
Not to mention their wonderful holiday fashions, which I'm wearing today. Thank you, Yonkers and Eric Dregney. A little bit later, we'll be meeting with Amy Modernock from Prudential Financial, talking to her about what their employees do for the holiday season here in Dubuque.
And we've also got a segment with our mayor, Roy Buell, and Mr. Paul Hammer, who are going to be doing a little musical set for us of Christmas music and enjoying the holiday season. So we've got a lot lined up for you on our first show, and we love Dubuque.
We love Dubuque.
Well, look who's here.
Oh, hey, hi
you
there,
doing?
It's
Eric.
Eric Dregney, General Manager of Yonkers. How you doing, Eric?
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy
Nice
holidays
to
to
see
you guys. Great to have you in the store.
Thanks for having us here today.
You bet.
Tell us a little bit about shopping at Yonkers, will ya?
Well, one of the things I love about Dubuque is that you can come to your hometown department store, Yonkers, and have a great shopping experience, find everything you need for the holidays. But there's a lot more than that in Dubuque when it comes to retail, of course. There's all the stores. There's over 60 stores in Kennedy Mall right here. And if that's not enough for you, we've got all kinds of terrific retail and boutiques down in Cable Car Square. A lot of fun little shops that you can go and get that kind of an experience. And then we've got out on the West End, we've got Asbury Plaza, and that's another great place.
You've also got a lot of places over in surrounding communities that you can go shopping too, like Galena and some other areas. There's really some nice shops to go to, aren't there?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the retail doesn't just end right here in Dubuque proper, but you can hit Bellevue, Galena, Platteville, Dyersville. I could go on and on. There's a lot of great little towns, just a short scenic drive away, and you can get a whole nother shopping experience right there.
Well, I know ladies want to hear about all the wonderful holiday fashions that you have here at Yonkers. Lots of parties to go to, New Year's Eve and Christmas. And I noticed at walking through the department today, you just are full of holiday wear. So tell us about what you have in for the season.
Well, we've got almost anything you want, but a lot of great colors, a lot of great new fashion. Certainly, we're standing here in the dress department today. It looks like you found something you might like.
I happen to
and,
find something.
I could go on and on, but we're all about giving joy for the holidays, and when you come to Yonkers, you come to the right place to do that.
Well, I will agree with that very much so. Yonkers is a full-service retail store right here in Dubuque. You also have another department on the other end of the mall, men's furniture. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, whether you need fashions for the holidays like you mentioned, or maybe you need fashions for the home, we've got a great home store in the other building that has everything from furniture to the blender you need to have those holiday cocktail parties. So we've got something for everybody when it comes to holiday shopping.
I need to pick up a gift for my wife for Christmas. What do you suggest?
Well, what I suggest for that is contacting our personal shopper. And that's a great service that we have right here in our store where you can come in. We set you up with an individual who's going to get to know you, get to know your wife a little bit, and then she can help you shop for you and vice versa, not just at holiday time but throughout the year. So when you have a need, you can give her a call and let her know that maybe you're got a meeting that you need a new suit for. Maybe you need a gift for your wife. And because she's taken the time to get to know you and understand who you are, she can provide that special service.
All right.
Now, during the holiday season, I see lots of people out and about with our chamber certificate checks. Can you tell us a little bit about how Yonkers uses chamber certificate checks
You
and
bet.
how that program works?
You bet. That's a terrific program that the Chamber offers and that people take advantage of throughout the community. I know we as a community, receive hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of certificate checks every year, and that's great stuff because that's money that people are spending that stays right here at home in Dubuque, and we always appreciate that. It's an easy program. You buy your certificate checks, and then you stop in at any store. It could be our store, hopefully, but any of the retailers in town that accept certificate checks, take them just instead of money, basically. So it's just as easy as spending your cash.
Well, when people are talking at the holiday season about gift giving, certificate checks make the perfect gift because they can be used in 250 stores throughout Dubuque, chamber member stores. They create an economic impact right here in Dubuque of over $1 million. So we thank you for your support with the Chamber Certificate Check program.
Well, we're glad to do it, and like I said, I think it's a great way to give a gift if you're not quite sure what to get somebody, because it comes in every size and every color, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And I think we need to get Kevin over to the men's department. You know, I see a Christmas tie, Santa tie, a reindeer tie, you know, a hat, maybe some Christmas jammies. You know, I think we need to get him decked out.
I think he does need some Christmas jammies. I
Okay,
think you're
so a little
right.
Christmas cheer because, you know, he can be a little bit bah humbug from time to time.
Molly must have drawn my name this year. So, Eric, thanks again.
Hey, thank you.
And what do you say?
Hey, I love Dubuque.
Hi there, welcome back. We're at Yonkers at the Clinique counter of their full-service cosmetic department. Ladies, this is a great option for your holiday makeup. Come in and they will make you look fabulous. I am here with Haley Cross, who is doing just that right now. We spoke with Sarah Harris earlier with GDDC, and she spoke to us about their Come Home for the Holiday campaign. And Haley is the perfect example of come home for the holidays. Haley, how are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Great. Thank you for making me look beautiful. I
My
appreciate
pleasure.
that. Tell us how you came home to Dubuque.
I was born and raised in Dubuque. I lived here for 18 years, and then I moved to Colorado for a new experience. Lived in Denver for 2 years. I have a son who is 5 years old now, and it was time for him to go to kindergarten. And I wasn't ready to have him in a public school system away from home and away from what I knew. So I was ready to come back home to Dubuque. I was able to experience the larger city feel and get that out of my system. So I was able to come home and just enjoy Dubuque again and enjoy the family experience that it offers, all the closeness of being at home.
Well, we're so happy that you come home to Dubuque, and Dubuque is a wonderful place for the holidays. The show is I Love Dubuque. Can you tell us what you love about Dubuque?
What I love about Dubuque is I love how close-knit the community is. I think it's a fantastic opportunity. You get to meet all sorts of different people, but you still feel like you know a lot of people within the community. There's plenty of opportunity as far as jobs. There's opportunities within the schools. There's a lot of different organizations to join, and there's just a lot of opportunity to meet people, but also to have extracurricular activity time as well.
Well, wonderful. Thank you. You're very eloquent. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, and welcome back to I Love Dubuque. Molly and I are sitting here in the lobby of the Holiday Inn Dubuque and Galena, and we're sitting in the midst of the Festival of Trees, which is a holiday tradition here around Dubuque. And joining us today is Amy Monarnock of Prudential Financial. Amy, thanks for joining us.
Sure, thanks for including me.
You bet. tell us a little bit, if you would please, about Prudential Financial and what you do here in Dubuque.
Sure, I'd love to. At Prudential, we have about 550 associates, and we really do end-to-end processing and service for our 401k retirement clients. So what that means is we have all kinds of opportunities, from very career executive level positions in management to entry-level operations. We have investment advisors, communication directors, and really focused on working with our plan sponsors, participant, and financial advisors on their retirement plans.
Okay. Now, I know that you personally and Prudential Financial believe as a business that it's very important to give back to the community, and you do that in a lot of ways. Tell us about some of those ways that you give back to Dubuque and the area.
Okay, great. Over the holidays, our employees become very engaged, as they do throughout the year, but specifically around the holidays, in giving back. Some of the things that are coming up really quickly are we have associates who will assist in hanging lights in the downtown area. In addition, we are a big supporter of Attitude of Gratitude for the Maria House and Teresa Shelter, where we have people that are doing the volunteering, helping with the packaging. We also have associates who are focused on Donna Ginter's Thanksgiving dinner. We had 25 volunteers last year. In addition, last year we supported 21 families in need, really working to provide their gifts, because they're unable to give, through Operation Concern, Project Hope, and one of the local schools.
Okay.
Amy, there's going to be a lot of people during the holiday season watching the I Love Dubuque program, a lot of people coming home for the holidays, potential ex-Dubuquers. Talk to us about career opportunities at Prudential Financial and what they have to offer.
Okay, great. Glad you asked. At Prudential, there is a ton of opportunities. We actually have anything from entry-level roles to management roles to, as I said earlier to Kevin, communication directors, investment advisors, project management, and we've actually had a lot of success with people who had originally been raised in the area that had gone off to work in larger cities, Minneapolis, Chicago, but started to have their own families and really had that yearning to come back and have their grandparents really spend time with their children. And we've had the best luck with hiring people like that back.
We'd love to hear that. Well, the show, of course, is called I Love Dubuque. As an employer, I'm interested in your perspective as to why, as an employer, you love Dubuque and what it has to offer.
Great, thanks. One of the reasons that I love Dubuque truly is the talent pool and the great people that we have to work with. Also, it's the way in which the community and the businesses work together, really caring about what our community is like to live, work, and play.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What would a potential day be like for someone that would be interested in working at Prudential?
You know, Kevin, that's an interesting question because no day's ever the same. So I would say it would really be specific on the role that they've chosen. We do have a robust training program, and just one point I'd like to mention is one of the benefits of working at Prudential is you get to work for a Fortune 65 company, but in a local community. So it's really a large organization with a small town feel, and every day is different, really based on your role and what's happening even in the market.
Well, Amy, go ahead.
You really have the best of both worlds that way. You get to work for a Fortune 65 company, but yet in a small town, small community where you still feel like you have that sense of community and engaged, and that's really special. And I hear your employees talk about that as well.
Exactly.
Well, Amy, thanks for joining us today. And is there anything else you'd like to tell us before we sign off?
The only thing I'd like to say is I love Dubuque and happy holidays.
All right. Thank you.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Hi there. Thank you for joining us once again for I Love Dubuque. I'm Molly Grover, and I'm here with Kevin Lynch, and we are joined by Sarah Harris with the Greater Dubuque Development Corporation. And Sarah Harris is the Director of Workforce Development with the Greater Dubuque Development Corporation. We're going to say GDDC because that's a lot easier. The other's a mouthful. GDDC has a wonderful campaign during the holiday season. Along with the Chamber and other entities in town, workforce development is a huge issue.
Absolutely.
And they have a great program, Come Home for the Holidays. And I was hoping you could tell us about that today.
Yeah, absolutely. Our program, Come Home for the Holidays, is all based around our cutting-edge website called accessdubuquejobs.com. And the website is geared to connect employers in the greater Dubuque area, so that means Dubuque and the surrounding 50-mile radius, to employees or potential employees. So it's a way for them to get their job opportunities out there for a large audience of people. And so the Come Home for the Holidays campaign is geared towards tugging at the heartstrings of the most likely audience of job seekers that we feel will want to live and work in the greater Dubuque area. And that's people that we feel have a connection in some way to Dubuque, whether it's through family or friends, or maybe they went to school here. So that's really the people that we target with this marketing campaign.
Okay.
Now, Sarah, I know that you send out a lot of opportunity packs, which is basically informational items about Dubuque and what kind of career opportunities and what lifestyle is like back here, and then you follow up on those with the people that you send them to. What kind of questions do they usually ask you, and what kind of things are they wondering about Dubuque?
Well, the opportunity pack, I actually brought one with me here. I can show it to you a little bit later, but the packet is geared towards helping people get acclimated to the community. So the main questions that I get typically are, how do I find a job? That's usually the number one concern when you're trying to move to a new area. Tell me about the schools, how do I find a house, and all of that information, and of course, how do I make a life here and actually have fun in the community. So all that information is in this packet, and we do, based on all of the marketing that we do, friends and family oftentimes, or individuals request it themselves to have information sent to them, and then we send this out. They get to look through the booklet, learn about the community, but like you said, Kevin, there's a follow-up piece to that, and that's where I come in, where I actually give them a phone call or drop them an email and say, hey, do you have any questions about our community? What can I do to make it easier on you as you make that transition?
The Opportunity Pack really is a great tool, and it's a beautiful piece as well. Can you tell us about any success stories? There is an individual that I'm thinking of specifically, Haley Cross. I think she's just come home to Dubuque. So that is an example of your campaign working. Can you tell us a little bit about that success story?
Absolutely. Haley works for Yonkers in Dubuque, and just a real dynamic girl, but she actually heard about Access Dubuque through one of our ads. Her mother actually told her about the website, and so Haley went to the website, checked it all out, filled out the opportunity pack information, received information on Dubuque, and eventually ended up finding a job through the website and moving back here. And so now she's close to her family, close to her friends, and I'm sure her family is pleased that she's here as well. So
that's a wonderful story, and it's just one of many of the stories that you hear time and time again. Poster children, if you will, for people that have come home to Dubuque, living, working, and playing right here in our Dubuque, and loving every minute of it.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Sarah, what kind of jobs would you tell people would be available if someone was watching the show and was just curious what kinds of opportunities do exist for them?
Well, there are plenty of job opportunities on the website at any given time, and the jobs really do range from wage entry-level positions all the way up through, executive VP positions of different corporations. So, it varies. Obviously, it depends on the time and the economy, because people post jobs in real time. They go up when they're up, and when they're filled, they come back down. So it's constantly changing, and I would just tell people to go to the website, check it out, see if there's something that interests you. It's very user-friendly, and it really is your connection to Dubuque if you want to get back to this area.
Well, Sarah, last but not least, tell us what you love about Dubuque.
I love Dubuque, first of all, because I've got a lot of family and friends in the area, but there's a lot to do here. It's not the same place that it was when I went to high school. I grew up here, I moved away, went to Kansas City and came back, and it's better than I ever, expected it would be. It's still a hometown feel, but you have all the opportunities of a big city here, and it's just great. I love Dubuque.
Well, thanks, Sarah.
Yeah.
I love Dubuque.
I love Dubuque. That's the best place to live.
I love Dubuque.
I love Dubuque.
Welcome back to I Love Dubuque and our Home for the Holidays segment. Molly and I have a couple of special guests with us today. Off to our left is the mayor of our esteemed city, Mr. Roy Buell, and the one and the only Paul Hammer on the piano. How you doing today, gentlemen?
We're very good, thank you.
Good. We have a real treat for you today. These two, along with Molly, are going to sing some Christmas music for us, and we're going to kind of close the show out with that. But before we do, why don't we start out with you, Mayor? Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Pops concert coming up and how you got involved with it?
Well, it's a very short story. I've only been involved with the Pops concert last year, and then again I was invited to be a part of it this year to do a little emceeing and sing a little bit and basically have a good time with not only my sidekick Paul, but the orchestra and the folks that attend those concerts.
Not too many people get to see their mayor singing at Christmas time, do they?
Well, up until last year, none of them had.
Well, I can say personally, I attended the event last year, and it was a lot of fun, and it's truly one of the highlights of the holiday season here in Dubuque. The accomplished Paul Hemmer, known as one of the voices, the great voices of Dubuque, and of course, Mr. Mayor, our very own singing mayor, and it was a lot of fun, and I know a lot of people are looking forward to it this year as well. And what is the holidays without some great Christmas music? So thank you for bringing us into that. Paul, tell us a little bit about the Holiday Pops concert. How did it start?
It's been going on for, 24 years, I think. And the symphony has done such a magnificent job under the direction of William Introligator of really bringing the orchestra to the people and making it so accessible to them with great music that they'd enjoy. A couple of years ago, when we were having a little Christmas party at our house, Roy happened to be there and was singing along so beautifully, and he knew words to Christmas songs that nobody else knew. And William Introligator was there too, and he said, "You know, Roy, how would you like to sing on the Holiday Pops next year?" And I think Roy thought, "Yeah, right." He said, "Oh, sure, I'll do that." Months later, when William and I were planning the Christmas Pops concert, Roy became a very integral part of it, and was a lot of fun to work with last year.
Well, and now you know the rest of the story. So he's just a wonderful addition, our very own mayor, to be part of the Holiday Pops concert. Can you tell us more about the sights and sounds of the holiday season here in Dubuque?
Oh, wow. Whenever I think of Christmas time at Dubuque, I really echo back to my own youth, because I'm a native. I've been here 64 years now. And I think about the beauty of Main Street when I was a kid, how neat it was to see it decorated. And then all of a sudden, things changed in the 60s. And now they're back, and it's beautiful and wonderful again. The whole city really, I think, celebrates the spirit of the season. And particularly in downtown Dubuque, it always looks just great, doesn't it, Ray?
It does. And, I can remember those days, too, when the lights used to span the street. And but, today I see a lot more homeowners decorating their homes, and it's hard to go down the street in the city of Dubuque anymore and not see some beautiful Christmas displays. I know I used to put out a lot of lights. The older I get, the less I put out. But, as you know, my lovely wife is a Christmas baby, so that's kind of a gift from me to her. So we have a great time at Christmas, and I really enjoy the season. Really.
I think the power company really likes the Christmas season.
As well they should.
There are neighborhoods that I'm sure are seen from space. There's no doubt. But, just an amazing array of lights and decorations.
Now, Paul, your name is synonymous with the arts and culture and radio in Dubuque, and Roy, I know that you have a deep commitment to the arts in Dubuque. I don't think that a lot of people that have moved away from Dubuque years ago even know that the options like the symphony exist anymore. Can you two tell us a little bit more about what some of those culture-related items are that people might see if they were back in Dubuque?
Well, the symphony, number one, is just absolutely an amazing orchestra for a city this size. It can be compared to a lot of orchestras in much larger communities. And William, as I said, does a beautiful job. The Grand Opera House, which was a dollar movie palace not too terribly many years ago, has been restored to the tune of millions of dollars. And it's now the new home for the Heartland Ballet, which is a wonderful local ballet company. They'll be doing the Nutcracker once again this year down there. Not only that, but the Grand Opera House has a wonderful theater company that's doing Yes, Virginia, There is a Santa Claus, the week before the Heartland Ballet and coinciding with the symphony. And all of this stuff is going on. Bell Tower Theater up on Asbury Road has a terrific Christmas production this year, the Christmas Schooner. There's just one thing after the other, and that doesn't even touch what all of the colleges and high schools do at the Christmas time.
Reflections
and the
in the
churches.
park.
Reflections in the Park is another one. Amazing sight.
You know, our downtown, as you know, Kevin, was one of the original 8 cultural districts designated by the state of Iowa. So that really, I think, speaks to the growth of our arts and cultural venues and the entertainment opportunities in the city of Dubuque.
Well, I know Molly is dying to perform with the two of you. And I know that you've threatened to sing a city council meeting on multiple occasions, and this is my deal to get out of it, is to get Molly singing with Paul and the mayor here. So do you have a number arranged for us, folks?
We really haven't talked about it. We could, does everybody know I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas? We could do that.
It's player's choice, Paul, so you're
Player's
the man.
choice. Well, let's think about that.
Well, let me introduce them. Please welcome to I Love Dubuque, the singing sensations of Molly and the mayor, accompanied by the one and only Mr. Paul Hammer.
I think we should do.
I think Kevin should join us.
I'm going to let you
Mouth the words. Do like karaoke.
Yes, pretend.
I'll do Williams too. Okay, my friend, it's our turn. We're sitting here in the best seat in the house at Five Flags Theater, up in the balcony, second box, I think. This is fantastic.
Great view.
So, tell us, Mayor Buell, what are your favorite things about Dubuque?
Boy, I don't think, you know, remember Santa's list, that big long thing he rolled out? Well, that's probably what I'd have if I was to talk about everything that I really liked about Dubuque. But you know, if you had to pick one favorite thing other than the beautiful architecture and you know, the quality of life here, I think it's the people. You know, the people in the city of Dubuque really have a sense of caring for one another and sharing with one another, and you know, I think that is really our biggest asset, the people that live here and how they work together to make this a better community for everybody.
So how are you going to spend the holidays?
Well, we're going to spend the holidays at home. It's usually a pretty busy day, Christmas Day, with all of our grandchildren and our kids that come home for the holidays. And we like to spend a lot of time with friends, you know, over the holiday season. And, of course, there's the occasional party that we all get invited to that we really enjoy going to. But, you know, my wife is a Christmas baby, and so Christmas is very special in our home, and we have actually have a separated day where we celebrate Christmas during the day, and then during the evening we have her birthday celebration. So it's a great time of the year.
So who's going to be doing the cooking, you or Deb?
Well, we try not to do a lot of cooking on Christmas Day. I mean, we may prepare some things ahead of time, but you know, during the holiday season, everybody gets plenty to eat, you know, as you go from party to party. So really, food is not a big priority over the Christmas holidays.
Well, my friend, shake and bake.
Shake and bake, baby. Blow it up.
Let's say it one last time for the camera.
I love Dubuque.
Paul, I know that the Holiday Pops concert is one of the things that many people would say they love about Dubuque. Can you tell us what you love about Dubuque?
To paraphrase, let me count the ways. I can't imagine not loving Dubuque. I've lived here, except for my years in college, all my life, and it's just it's near and dear to my heart. I love the town, love the people.
You heard it here. Paul Hammer, we love Dubuque. Happy holidays.